definitely not making it home. Pavement gave way, got a little too close to the edge, and now we've got a mess going on. So
looks like his front tires are barely on the ground. Goodness, I don't know that we're heavy enough to pull him up that.
I almost had it out.
She said the pavement gave way.
Did a little.
I get plenty of practice, I tell you. That's probably the benefit.
Yeah, they just make it just like, all right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You guys need water?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Okay. Have fun, okay? Yeah. Try to.
Okay, so you can see where he went off the road here. Came down this way, and you can see his tire tracks right there. Right over there into the ditch. Ran over the lilies, ran over the mailboxes. He did pay the homeowner for the mailboxes. The homeowner said he did not want a police report, and he paid them for that. Made sure of that, and we'll make sure this homeowner has our card in case he needs anything else. Don't know if it's drivable.
Hopefully you can get to. Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
kind of a kind of a lot to get them out of there. A lot of special equipment anyway.
I'll get him a receipt.
All right, guys, that was a really deep one there. Kristen's up talking to the homeowner, making sure everything's okay. He got squared away and got payment from the fella for the property damage, and said he was okay with that. This guy was somebody was just in his lane. He came over really fast, and there was nothing he could do besides get off the road rather than get hit head on. That's the dangers of Natty Branch, guys. Natty Branch is, I try to avoid it every chance I get. My goodness.
Took out his bush, ran over the calla lily, or the canna lilies, disturbed some bees, took out 2 mailboxes. He did pay for the mailboxes though. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, I mean, through the worst of all of it, everybody was very cool, very, very awesome. Everybody was in a good mood, and everybody took care of what they needed to, and the homeowner was not going crazy, and the driver was okay. And I don't know about the person that ran them off the road. I don't know where they made it off to, and if they'd stopped. I didn't get that part of the story. They usually don't stop. They usually just keep going, and that poor guy didn't have cell phone signal, and the phone call came in to us through a third party, and just an all around good story. You know, everybody was there to help out, like a good Samaritan that was on vacation called us, and
then he circled back to bring bottled water to everybody to check on everybody.
It was like, you guys,
what a nice dude.
You guys need some water, and so it's just a really cool situation. Everybody coming together to make that right again, and we appreciate it. And also the cell phone booster.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I have 3 bars. I made a phone call.
So that poor guy was in the ditch over there and didn't have enough cell phone signal to call anybody. So, but yeah, we're on scene, and weBoost for the rescue again. You guys, if you don't have a cell phone booster, weBoost is a very awesome thing. We were able to keep coverage and make that happen. But we're over here on Booger Town, getting ready to head back out. Appreciate you guys riding along with us, and until the next one.
Turn right onto Mountain Drive.
All right, guys, Mountain Drive. Here we go. Got a big truck that
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Mountain Court.
Pavement gave way. Got a little too close to the edge, and now we've got a mess going on. So let's see if we can come up here and help get this rig back on the road.
Seems like they said it was a what you call it, a straight truck?
It's a straight truck.
Turn right onto Mountain Court. Then your destination will be on the right.
Oh, it is. Yes, a straight truck. Okay. Goodness. Can you two see that?
Didn't give way.
No, he just got off the pavement. It looks like the front end's light. Looks like his front tires are barely on the ground.
Well, I even asked if the Moffett could be offloaded, and she said yes, and that's definitely not going to happen.
No. I mean, you could offload it, but it'd be at the bottom of the ravine by the time it was done. Goodness. I don't know that we're heavy enough to pull him up that. He's going to have to help.
Hey, buddy. Oh,
What's going on, man?
what's happening?
What's happening? I almost had it out
You almost had it out.
with an F-150, and I took off 2 of the straps,
Yeah.
hooked it up to the truck, and he got on it, and just not enough to lift me over that lift.
Okay.
But that's a dead end, plenty of room.
Get forward up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me go up there and get set up. We'll see if we can get you some tires back on the road.
Yeah, man.
She said the pavement gave way, is what she told me on the phone.
Well, it did a little.
It did a little. Oh, goodness.
You know what happened? I got a bad rear end in that truck.
Yeah?
I was going up the hill, and then I went to turn around, and I came back straight, and I said, oh, let me stop. And she just started bouncing. You know, she's continued on, so.
Once it gets to chattering, it's a little hard to...
I didn't want to, and that stuff is so slippery, that Trex board, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, stomp it and get it.
Because I would have been carrying that up the hill.
Yeah, been flying all over the place.
All right, man. I had cars and trucks going around me.
Really?
At least I didn't block them for getting up there.
There you go.
Up the hill.
Okay, so that went quite smoothly. I understand why they call it a straight truck. The truck doesn't pivot from the bed, kind of like our rollback. Doesn't pivot from the bed. And then the thing there on the back is called a moffat, and they just take that and scoop up their load and take it to these hard to get to places. You can see where he was stuck over there. This is where his AC leaked. Wow. So you wouldn't think that this lip here on this road, but I'm going to say it's about 8 inches here and 10 to 12 inches over there where that tire was off. And just the way it's loaded, the back end of this thing is extra heavy, and its front tires were just enough on the ground for them to be on the ground, not providing any sort of traction. Of course, all your the drivetrain is in the back anyway. But anyway, all this weight on the back, he wasn't able to get up over that lip. But Red did it. Thank you, sir. Alrighty.
I'll get my truck out of your way so you can get that thing up through there.
We'll get out of the way so he can go up here to deliver his goods. Any final words, Jeffrey?
The truck's a pulling machine.
It is.
Yanked it right out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, I just sent him this number that you're calling me from, so he can call you and pay it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
I just turned the camera on so everybody could see what I was talking about, how he unloads that. I would assume most people know how to do that, but I'm sure there's people that don't.
Yeah, so if you get a delivery, and it doesn't really matter what state you're in, flat ground states are way easier with the Moffat, but they can get a little tricky up here in the mountains, and they're three-wheeled vehicle, and we've gotten a lot of those that have been in precarious situations, as you can imagine if the road is steep. But this is how it happens in pretty much everybody's hometown, I think. Like I said, some towns are just a little safer than others, and he's gonna get this material up there to somebody's getting a new cabin, it seems like. But until the next time, guys, eventually we'll get another call for another Moffat that's hanging off the side of something, tipped over. That's that. But we're gonna get turned around and get back to work. So thanks for riding along with us, guys. Once again, the big truck is very useful, proven useful. It drug that thing around like it was ready to get to work.
Unknown caller.
All right, guys, I want to touch base a little bit on that we missed out on. When I got there, he goes, boy, we almost got out. F-150 showed up and just about got me out. Like,
That is insane to me. That is insane.
I don't think that F-150 was getting that. I think he was wishful thinking that F-150 was going to.
Did you see the burnout marks
Yeah.
from the F-150? The tires of the F-150 there on the ground.
Yeah. You know, things happen. I understand that. You get lucky sometimes, but with the weight, everything of that truck was hanging off the end of it. That Moffat's heavy.
Super. It has to be heavy for it to be able to. It's like a forklift.
So yeah, it was not pulling it, and then that 6 inches, 8 inches lip there.
So I went and looked, and on one side, on the driver's side, it was about 8 inches, and on the passenger side, it was 10 to 12 inches.
And he was spinning and burying, and what gets people in that situation is they think that that's okay to get pulled forward, and they're both in there, they're giving it its all. What happens is when it starts spinning, if you're on that incline, that thing could just take off skating down that hill, and then you're in way worse of a situation than what you thought you ever was. So I'm glad that the F-150, and who does that? Who decides that they're going to risk tear up their...
He didn't say if it was a local or if it was someone here on vacation. If you're on vacation and you're trying to... No, that's a horrible idea.
Anybody that's ever tried to pull anybody out or been on anything steep, it's the bounce. Once things start spinning and the suspension starts bouncing, that's what tears things up. That's what tears up U-joints and drive shafts and axles, and that's the exact situation that he said that he was in when he was going up that. He started bouncing, and he was afraid that his load was going to come off of the truck. So he stopped, and when he stopped, he came all the way down and then got stuck in that spot down there. So it's the bounce that tears things up.
And then also, as you were pulling him, it was pulling him toward the passenger side. It was pulling him kind of downhill, and he kept trying to steer away from it. And I said, steer into it. And as soon as he steered into it, it came right up over it. You know, he was fighting it too much. You just kind of let it do its thing. And then, you know, he wasn't listening to me very well. I asked him to, like, don't give it so much gas, because that rear tire was just spinning like crazy.
The more it spins, the deeper it gets.
I'm like, you're gonna have to like let off that gas, but he did not. And I told him to stop. After he got out, he didn't stop. He just kept on going. But
yeah,
whatever. You were upset.
And I explained all of this to him, and it's usually why I say just put it in neutral. That way, it gives us
complete control.
But you know, there's times that I will agree with you. You know, things are heavy, and if I can take some of the stress off of equipment, cables, and make things easier, then I'll agree that, you know, give me a little bit of help. That's fine. But for some reason, people don't understand, and I try to explain that. I said, you can give me a little bit of help, but just don't spin the tires, and that's all.
Yeah. And sometimes people will listen to me, but sometimes they don't. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just some woman standing there. But
yeah, it's
I don't know. Maybe I should have been over on the levers, and you should have been giving direction to him. But
yeah, I think that those situations usually work out better for us.
Regardless, it came out of there, and it tore up the ground quite a bit from all the spinning. But
yeah,
I was afraid it was going to catch, and he was going to shoot up towards it. That was my fear. But
yeah. But anyway, guys, like I said, got him out of there, and it's just, yeah, the low speed stuff will get you on tearing stuff up. So I just can't imagine that somebody's willing to try in an F-150, no doubt.
Insane.
I don't know. Even if it was a four-wheel drive F-150.
I think maybe if he didn't have the Moffat on the back, the little machine on the back, he probably could have gotten out with the F-150.
Maybe, yeah.
But all the weight, I don't know what the weight on one of those is. I'm sure somebody will look it up and say what it is. It has to be a lot.
It's, yeah, I don't know. I didn't go look at the sticker on it. We weren't really in lifting territory. I didn't have to lift it, and it wasn't anything that was in danger of doing anything crazy. It was just pretty much just stuck on the lip of the road there, and it was a straight pull. So we didn't need to know too much information, but I've looked at a few of those stickers, but I can't recall. I'm going to put a number out there, and we do so much stuff. Too many numbers in my head.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Anyway, guys, comment down below. Love hearing from you. Let us know what you think. Certainly glad we got this big truck. We can take on a lot more risky business. Thanks for riding.
We do a lot of this.
Hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. Gonna turn around. It's been a while since we've been here.
He's being silly. We caught him being silly.
Normally I'd say he'd probably deny it until the end.
Nope, no denying. Good old Windsor. It's still running? No. This is it right here. This is the man.
That's my hero.
That's
right
the
there.
man,
That's my
right?
absolute
Look at
hero.
it, the man.